Hello and welcome to Nomifactory. In this episode, we'll be working on crafting up an automated system for this pulsating polymer clay so that we won't have to buy uraninite and smelt it down and find some clay. It will all be automated. So I hope you enjoy this episode and let's get right into it. Between episodes, I let the blast furnace run a little, and we should have enough aluminium for this episode. And it's still going. For the pulsating polymer clay setup, we will need 2 of these cobblestone generators. We needed 5 of these basic forge hammers, which was a lot of iron because I only found 3 anvils in the Lost Cities dimension, so we had to manually craft up 2, which is very expensive in the terms of iron. We crafted up everything for the advanced chemical reactor, the MV tier one, and the bronze rotor was pretty easy with the extractor fluid solidifier setup we have. So, and with all the aluminum we had, MV machine hulls wasn't that difficult either, so we are getting there. The electrolyzer seems like it's just some more copper cables, if we have any. Some copper cables and some silver wire, so we should at least have the item. We have the silver wire here, and let's search for copper. Yeah, no, we don't have the wires, I don't think, but they will be easy to craft up, so I'll come back. After a bit more crafting, we had enough for the electrolyzer as well. This one we will be using to get glass made into nether quartz, which we will need for something called a resonant clathrate, which will become clearer when I make it. Okay, so I've set up the machines we made, and I'll try to explain this monstrosity here. Not that pretty, but I think it will work. If we start from the left to the right, these 2 cobblestone generators does exactly what the name says. They make us cobblestone. The first line here makes it into gravel, then into sand, then into glass. The glass we electrolyze, which gives us nether quartz. We'll just wait and see it happen here. 4 glass is made into one nether quartz here. The nether quartz is mixed together with resonant ender, which we make with this fluid extractor here. This makes it into a resonant clathrate, which we extract into this electric furnace, which should make pulsating dust. It does. And then to get it into this advanced alloy smelter without it overflowing, if you just extract normally from this storage drawer here into the alloy smelter, it will overflow with clay. But to prevent this, we use a robot arm and use the screwdriver to access it. We put a filter on, make this, and then we make this keep exact. We only have 10 pulsating dust right now, so we can only make it keep exact 10, but it doesn't really matter as long as it doesn't overflow. So now this one will not put more than 10 in, but it will work with only 1, so that's fine. And all we need to do is prime it with this ender pearl here, and it should make us pulsating polymer clay. That's the first line here, the most complex line, to be honest. Why does it not pull? We need to put this on import. Then it imports that, and it should make us this pulsating polymer clay. It does, right here. The second line here is just a cobblestone generator, making cobblestone into gravel, into sand, into dust. This is the 4 chambers we crafted up before with anvils. And then a basic chemical reactor mixing the dust with water and getting clay. And we have a buffer here so that we can take this clay and we can macerate it and then electrolyzing it into aluminum dust, which we need for the blast furnace. So it's actually a pretty simple setup, and when we have access to oxygen, automated oxygen, we will change this electric furnace out with an arc furnace, which should give, I think, 2 glass per cent. It does, yeah, and it's a very fast recipe, so it would be able to keep up with this electrolyzer much better, but we don't have that right now. And this should be a good start. So that's how we automate this. I had to think a bit about how to do this. I rearranged it a couple of times, so that's why I didn't do it on camera. The wiring is a mess, and I probably, this is like my base heater, so I went it the wrong way. We have to look at the mess, but it's also kinda the charm with Nomifactory. You make some messy setups, then you have to look at them. So that's how we do that. I just need to get the DML set up over here and make automatic intervals so that this should be self-sustaining. And then we can make other simulation chambers which uses the pulsating polymer clay, and we should be able to generate resources. And this is coming at a good time because we are running very low on everything: iron, copper, redstone, everything. So that's how we do this, and I'll figure out what to do next. I set up the Enderman setup here, the Enderman simulation, and the loot fabricator. The reason why it's stalling right now is because we haven't gotten any pristine matter from this simulation yet, but we should soon enough, and then we will see it turn on. This should work and be self-sustaining and give us a profit of pulsating polymer clay, which we will be using for simulating other mobs. After quite a bit of waiting, actually, we got a pristine matter here, and all we have to do is turn it to ender pearls, and we should see this system spring to life. Yeah, they went into the drawer here and then into the extractor, which turned on the chemical reactor here. And yeah, it looks like everything is working. So this we can call a success, and we will work on the next thing. I think we will build some more of these machines next and set up some basic resource generation, and then the next thing we need to focus on is probably already getting an AA system. I think we are ready for that with some more resources and obviously some circuit production. So for our deep mob learning setup, we will want a drawer wall for all the items, and this is how you make a storage controller, a drawer controller in Nomifactory. You need a whole block of diamond and some circuits, and then it's just iron and a drawer. Okay, so I've changed the DML system a bit. I moved the simulation chambers over here, and I made a drawer wall where we store the pristines and the resources. And the pulsating polymer clay here, I extract on brown, I think. And I insert on brown in these simulation chambers over here. So these automatically get the pulsating polymer clay. One of them is for diamonds, the Shulker data model, and the other is for Enderman, to produce the ender pearls needed to make the pulsating polymer clay. I have a loot chamber for each of them, which are filtered here. So the pristines are filtered into these loot chambers here, and the shulkers for this one, and the enderman for this one, and then they are automatically inserted into the draw controller here, and also automatically extracted into, to example, the basic extractor here. The next step is to probably move the dynamos over here someplace, probably this quadrant here. So we can automatically insert diamonds into those as well. So that's the next move. I crafted up another simulation chamber and another loot fabricator, which we will use for on-demand resource gathering until we get enough of resources that we can make one for each of the simulations we want. If you didn't know, if you choose the rotten flesh as a drop from the pristine zombie matters instead of just choosing straight up iron, you'll get 64 rotten flesh, which you can combine with the overworldian matter, which you also get for the zombie simulation, and you can create this recipe here to get a lot of iron very quickly. This assumes you have enough overworldian matter to do this recipe, and later on we'll just straight up choose the iron from the simulation. But in the start, when we are short on resources, this is a quick fix. The next data model I want to make is the spider model, so that we can get a lot of copper easily. And for that we need this spider eye to make it. And I looked around in the Lost Dimensions for a while to see if I couldn't find a spider eye in one of the chests, but I wasn't able to, so now we will just craft it up like this. Oh fuck, it's I found brown mushrooms, but apparently it's a red mushroom you need. That kinda sucks, but yeah, we'll see if we can find a red mushroom. I just found something weird, like it says it holds 211 hours of CPM power, which is kind of wild. It says 2 trillion power. I'll take it. I'm not sure what it does, or if I can use it yet, or if I have to get to CPM tier before I can use it. I have literally been searching for an hour, 45 minutes an hour, and then I find a chest right by my spawn that has 3 spider eyes. That's so stupid. But we will take it. We will use these to get the data model for spiders, which also drops copper, which will be very good, so we don't have to go mining for that. We can craft up some blank data models here, and if we grab some overworldian matter, we should be able to craft the spider model and get that one going. We are in dire need of copper as well, so this falls at this comes as a good time. I'll just make one. So what I'm doing right now is that I have models for all of the ones I need, but I haven't crafted up all the loot fabricators because I don't have the energetic alloy or medium voltage circuits for it. So I just run the simulations, and then I use the pristines in this loot fabricator when I need them. With all the overworldian matter I've gathered and some of this rotten flesh here, I can make quite a bit of iron, so we won't need iron like ever again. Well, we will need iron, but it won't be a problem. We will have like unlimited iron until we start using a lot of them. But then we will just expand our DML's setup and get more zombies simulations in there, and then we will be fine. Our first pristine spider matter we use for string because we need more pulsating meshes, but in the future we can use them for copper, which is nice. I make sure to make some void upgrades for the extraterrestrial matter and overworldian matter, so that these don't overfill. I'll also make some upgrades for them, if in case we need a lot of them, then we will have them. There we go. I also give the pristine spider matter a place in the drawer wall, and we can use the first matter here, or the second matter, for copper ingots, and now we have an easy way to get those as well, which is very nice. And they will also get a space in the drawer wall. I'll also make a simulation chamber more, and for this we will make a spider, not spider, sorry, a skeleton data model, so that we can get thin easily. I think we need a bone here. Yes, a skeleton model. And as you can see here, if we take uses, it gives 10 here. Later on we will also need the bones for calcium, for some, I don't remember which chemical reaction we need that for, but we need it. Since we used our MV alloy smelter for the pulsating polymer clay setup, I'll craft up a new one so that we can make the higher tier alloys if we need. We also need another energy converter for MV for our future MV machines, so I'll work on that as well. Our next data model is the wedge here, which we can craft up. This will give us redstone and glowstone for energetic alloy, and we can also get sugar from this, but we already had access to sugar from our massive sugarcane farm. So this will get put into here and should get us some pristines that we can get some redstone with, because we will need that for red alloy, for example. These are just running. Good. With all our new resources, our progress is basically just how fast we can craft up new items, because we have the resources for it, basically. So that's just very nice. We are progressing nicely here, and we are even getting spare ender pearls, which I will take out here and save in another place, maybe. No, it's fine here. Those will amass quickly, as long as we don't have... I think one Enderman simulation chamber can handle 6 other chambers here, and if it's self-aware, and ours is because it's been running for a while, so we have... We can handle one more simulation chamber before we need more Enderman models. I had to accept a quest for this bounty board here, because I needed more Nomi nickels for buying some emerald. We need this emerald so that we can crush it and purify it and sift it, because we need flawless diamonds for these MV emitters and sensors here. So that's what I'm working on next. If you don't know this is needed for getting into AE2 for this ME chest here, or the ME drive, I think it is. This ME drive here requires MV emitters, which requires flawless emeralds. Same with the sensor here. And the only way to get these is by sifting purified emerald. So we need to crush it here. And not let it get sent to like this. To get into applied energistics, I crafted up this energy acceptor here. It's some flux plates, which is just compressing some flux crystal, which is made the normal way with charge surges quartz. some nether quartz and some redstone in some water. And I made this charger here. I'll just show you how it's made. It's some dark plates and some Certus quartz plates. And I just set up a basic automation for it, where it pulls in Certus quartz from here and just charges it and drops it here. It's very basic. Yeah. And I'm working on crafting up this crystal growth chamber, which needs some dark steel, some charged Certus quartz, and an LV machine hull. And I'm also working on the sifter, but I'm juggling tasks. I crafted up these dark steel frame boxes here, which is just a lot of dark steel rods. And dark steel you have seen me craft. Which means we can make this with some charged Certus quartz and LV machine hull. Should be a quest. We need to make these seeds and make them pure to make it a quest. I can craft up the sifter here, but I made a mistake here. I hammered down the emerald, purified emerald, which I shouldn't have done, because you can't sift this. This you can only make into emerald gems by implosion compressing it. So that's a little mistake, and I need to somehow gather more Nomi coins so that I can get more emerald ore. But I'll see if I can figure this out. Maybe wait for an easy bounty here. I crafted up these seeds here, one of each. And that's just sand and crystals dust. So it's just macerating the nether quartz and the fluix crystal and the Certus quartz, and then combining it with sand, which makes seeds, and then you put it in this crystal growth chamber here, and that should make them pure in a little bit. Yeah, there we have them, pure crystals. I'm just working on quests right now towards the drive here and the terminal, because I need some Nomi nickels to be able to get more emeralds. I completed some of the easy quests I have had left, so I have enough to buy some more emerald ore, fortunately. And it still needs to be macerated. I shouldn't hammer it. It should just be purified. And we will throw this purified emerald ore in the sifter, and this will take forever. But it should give us flawless emeralds here. It has a 15% chance, so not that common, but we should get some here. Let's see what the first gives us. I'm kind of excited to see if we get lucky. Nope, gave us nothing. But this will just run in the background. I will obviously mute it because it's kind of an annoying sound if I have a hammer here. There we go. And this will just chug along. I got some flawless emeralds here, which we need 2 for the ME drive, so that's perfect. Let's see here, matter energy. The next thing we need is this ME chest, which should be craftable. We need a lot of dark steel here, actually. So I need to go out and mine some more obsidian, the steel we have, and we'll look about doing that. But I think that might have to wait for the next episode. In this episode, we automated pulsating polymer clay with this setup here, and we started using it as well for resource generation. We now make redstone, glowstone, iron, copper, tin, and these 2 as well. Semi-automatically. We still have to place them into this loot fabricator ourselves, but if the pristines we produce automatically. So now you can see here I put 18 pristine witch matters into this, so this will give quite a lot of redstone here. And we also have quite a few of the other ones as well, which will give a lot of these resources. We also, I think I forgot to show this. We moved the numismatic Dymo over here and exported some diamonds into this drawer. I think it's about, it's 64 diamonds always, because I made a storage downgrade. Why did I do this? I think it's so that we have some diamonds in this storage wall as well, so it doesn't all get transported over to here. Can't quite remember why I did this, but there's probably a smart reason for it. I think it's so that we didn't, we could lock this drawer, and we didn't export emeralds, if you get that from this at one point, so that we didn't export emeralds into this. That's why I did it. We also left the blast furnace running, so we have a lot of aluminium now, which is nice. We'll use that at some point. We obviously sifted a bit, and we have 4 flawless diamonds now and some exquisites, which we will use later for making a lens. And we can also convert these into flawless if we don't need them. Yes, and I tried adjusting the audio again this episode. It's not easy to get it to work when you don't know what you're doing, but I'm learning on the job, and I hope it'll be better from now on. This episode, it was a lot louder than the other episodes, so you can actually hear me, but I've had some issues with popping and the piece, but I hope it will be better after this episode. Otherwise, I'll just tweak it again. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.